I saw an article on NeoGAF or a post on NeoGAF about an IGN live panel that had Shawn, Layden, Michael Pachter, and some lady, I'm sorry, I don't know her name. She is a historian, she says, maybe like a media historian. And they were talking about, they were on a panel called Where Will You Be Playing Games in the Future? And inevitably it turns to streaming. And first I want to show you what they said, and then I want to talk to you about it because I'm struggling with something. So, well, a few things. But here's what they said.
As far as the Netflix of gaming, I don't see that happening anytime soon, successfully.
Yeah, I have a tendency to agree with that. As a historian, you just have to look back. The last 15 years have been littered with some of the most spectacular failures in games, whether you're talking about, on live and sadly Stadia. And I think just the technology is just too far away to make that a really viable platform. But at that said, I'm very excited to see what Netflix could possibly do, with the right direction. So we'll see.
I take the opposite view. I think streaming is going to absolutely dominate. I don't think it will replace console gaming. I think we will continue to buy consoles or some very powerful device to play multiplayer because latency matters. Single player games, single player RPG, no, you can absolutely stream that. And who cares how fast your internet connection is? So it buffers, so it stalls. It's you don't care, you didn't die. So I really think that the game experience will be tailored to that. I think that you're not gonna see Call of Duty multiplayer on streaming ever, but will you see Call of Duty single player campaign? Trust me, there's a reason why Microsoft fought so hard to buy Activision. They want that game on Game Pass.
And then gave all the streaming rights to Ubisoft.
Well, they were required to by some nut jobs in the UK, those UK regulators. Yeah. But again, that just means they have to pay to get those rights back, and they will.
My question about that, Michael, is the business models, I think, is a problem because streaming, we watch lots of TV shows, right? So subscribing to a variety of TV shows makes sense. I'm not talking about anybody here, but most gamers on average play, one or two new games a year? So the idea of subscribing to a service for that.
All right, so nothing you haven't heard before, right? So let's just take those two issues. Let's take the first one. Let me show you first my internet speed test, okay? Okay, so it's not actually very good today. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm, I mean, 400's more than good enough, but I still, okay, test again. Am I wired? I mean, like I said, I'm going to show you this actually as is. So this is wired. It's not great compared to what I usually get, but it won't matter because, again, it's telling you it's great in terms of their assessment of it. Here's another one. This is speed test by whatever, .net. All right, so that one's a little higher, but give or take. Okay. I'm not sure why one would be higher than the other, but there we go. All right, so 573, somewhere between 450 and 580, right? Okay. And then I'm in San Diego. Okay, and that's what I've always said. It's about good enough internet. And again, this is not high-grade internet. It might be where you live, but this is not something that I spend $300 or $200 or $100. My internet's like $30, $29 a month or something. So it's average what most people can get if they're in an area that has good internet. And I get it. Not everybody does, and that's a real problem. Another real problem is distance to servers, okay? So both of those are solvable and will continue to get better and better and better. But I would agree, right now, if you aren't sort of within the realm of where I'm at, whether we are talking geographically or internet speed, sure, your mileage is going to vary. But the idea when these guys talk about like the technology is so far away and it's never, and the latency and maybe single player, but not, let me just show you the experience. I know Shawn probably does, and I know Pachter's a gamer, but I don't know how much Pachter has played around with this, but I'm like, no, let me show you. You've seen here, let's do Doom, right? You can't ask for anything faster than Doom. Here's single player Doom running on GeForce Now And if you see me speeding shit up, it's just to speed up the video. I'm not doing any parlor tricks. Parlor tricks? Really? Jesus, Jaffe, who do you think you're talking to? A bunch of old fucking biddies that were around in Victoria. Shut up! In my fantasy, you're all Victorian biddies. Now, I'm not very good at it, so go fuck yourself. But, boy, it's good. Already forgotten the fucking controls. What is it? Q? Is Q the one that lets me do my... Come on, this game. So good. Okay, he's got to be ready for the Q murder. Come on. Give it to me. What's the thing? What's the thing? What's the key? Oh, it's E? Is it E? Yeah, it's E. There we go. Now, if this is not good enough for your playing... visually and or in terms of, what's the word I'm looking for? In terms of latency or lag or... I respect that. If you're that much of an MLG and this won't work for you, again, this is single player. I got it. Okay, that's fair. I'm not going to judge anybody on that, especially given when I'm a shitty player. And so maybe that's what you guys are talking about. You're like, yeah, Jaffe, for you... But I can't, you're able to notice all kinds of shit when you see this. I'm like, all right, that's fair. But I certainly don't. This is, I wouldn't know, and I don't know when I play single player games on streaming, which is how I play most of them that are available. I never am aware. I don't even think about I'm streaming anymore. I'm just playing like I am right now. Come on now. God, this game is so good. Come on now. God damn right. All right, so that's... Okay. I really don't want to turn it off. Oh, it's so good. All right, anyway, whatever. There you go. Okay, so that is that. Okay, now let me show you... remember when Pachter said this, right?
I think that you're not going to see Call of Duty multiplayer on streaming ever.
Now, he was talking about RPGs being acceptable because he was even assuming there would be lag and latency. Okay, fine. There's not. At least I very rarely see it. But he's like, yeah, but you're not going to do Call of Duty multiplayer. I don't currently have that. I have, well, Warzone I have. I don't know if I want to jump through the hoops to play Warzone just because I think I have to sign up and transfer my account. But hopefully Fortnite multiplayer will achieve the same thing, which is to show you that you can play my son plays Fortnite on his Apple MacBook Air, or whatever it is. It's not like a high-end MacBook. And he plays it with GeForce Now, streaming over Wi-Fi. And his Wi-Fi is, about 450 to 500 too. So maybe that's the sweet spot. But, and that's Wi-Fi. This is wired. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. Again, I'll speed it up because the loading and connecting and all that. Who needs to see that shit? See that? Your game may stutter if your connection doesn't approve. So there's little hiccups, but it never affects the game. And that only actually seems to happen when you launch the app for some reason. So it's not that I think these guys are lying. It's not that I think your experiences you've had. Who's this lady? Wait, that's my kid. Oh, I guess I'm playing as him. Oh, right, we share the account. Oops, sorry, kid. It's not that I think my experiences are right and yours are wrong. I'm just saying that you've seen my internet speed now. I'm telling you it's not high-end internet that, rarefied people, I'm not that I'm super wealthy, but it's not like I've sacrificed a food bill to pay for the best internet or something, right? It's just the internet. And yes, I live in San Diego. I don't know where these server farms are, but my assumption is they're around, close. Now, yes, if you are competing at esports in a fast Twitch game, okay, every frame counts. I get it. I imagine, sure, if you're maybe, I can't recognize it. Maybe you can, but this is again, like I said, I'm gonna just go get into a battle or find a car and play fast. I'm not gonna try to impress you. Not that I could. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I think there's a car down there I can grab. This is the car combat season, which is actually quite good. And again, if you look at this and you say, yeah, Jaffe, I couldn't play that, fair. Totally fair, but I don't agree with you when it comes to my needs as a gamer. Come on now. Now let's go find some people. Machine gun. Goddamn right. See all you people complaining about Twisted Metal. Where's my Twisted Metal, Jaffe? It would be huge. Yeah, I know. It's called Fortnite. There's a car over there. Look at that fucker. And I asked my kid last night, by the way, while I'm looking for some action. Yeah. I said, do you guys do the car combat part? And he says, at least the way it's tuned this season, you have to. So it's not like, yeah, you can fuck around in the cars if you want to. It's baked into the, it's pretty well baked into the way it's tuned, that if you don't have a car or a truck with a bunch of different seats for your buddies and stuff, you're kind of fucked. Here's one. Let's see. I think this gun shoots automatically, maybe? What the fuck? Fuck, I'm gonna just get out. I don't know how to fire this gun. It's supposed to shoot on its own, right? Oh, I don't even have a gun. Oh, I'm so stupid. Jeffy, go get a gun, you idiot. Alright. Oh, there it goes. That's not, is that a real, is that a team in a car? Yeah, that's a team in a battle bus. Run over this son of a bitch. If I can. Come on. It's hard sometimes to kill these people. Because they, uh-oh, coming back around. Coming back around. Again, as you can see, though, I have lost awareness that I'm making a video. I'm like, oh, yeah, you goddamn right. I killed somebody. I'm playing the game now. I am not thinking about showing you guys latency. That's how magic it is, because it stops being an issue. It's like, you know, sometimes when the text, oh, what's this? Look at that. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, that's the coolest goddamn thing in the day. You know how when things get so cool, you just stop thinking about them as being, oh, this tech is cool and it just works? That's Fortnite. That's streaming. And so, yeah, I when Pachter says this,
I think that you're not going to see Call of Duty multiplayer on streaming ever.
That's not my experience. Now, to be perfectly fair, I've not tried it with Warzone. I've not tried it with Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, because I don't have that on streaming. I have it on my PS5, which doesn't support it. But you goddamn right, when Blops comes out, I'll be playing it on PC Game Pass, so I can play it in the cloud. Just because it's easier and faster. Come on now. Where's some people? I want to fight somebody. Let me get out of the car. Fuck, I gave my position away. You're an idiot, Jaffe. Ah. All right, whatever. You get the point. I wish there was... Oh, let me go to a faster... let me go to a really fast section. All right, because that's... You know, I want to kind of get into a battle with a lot of people, just so you get an idea. That's got nothing to do with the latency. That's just the tuning of the characters in the game. I guess they were maybe trying to make it a little tense or something. I don't know. Okay, so do I have to level up? It doesn't matter. The point... I'm going to finish this, but I'm going to edit the video before I... Ooh, Christmas tree. You're an idiot, Jaffe. The point is, it's fun, and it's seamless. Okay, do I have to go up to the thing and change levels? Maybe up there? I like that structure, though, where it's like just walk to the next level if you have earned it. That's kind of a neat... That's kind of a neat layout of a structure. I dig that. There you go. Fuck you, bitch. Hey, what's up, zombie? You can go fuck yourself, and fuck you, and fuck you. Yeah. Again, Michael Pachter, I love you, buddy. Again, Shawn Layden, I love you, buddy. You should come on my show. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I really don't. Hey, bud. Yeah, fuck you, and fuck you. Oh, I was thinking about it. Go fuck yourself. Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself. Come on now. Purple fucks. Do I have a grenade? Fuck it. I'm feeling feisty. Ugh. Goddamn right. Okay, I'm dead. Anyway, there you go. My mind is open to being changed. I'm always open to being wrong. I'm wrong a lot, but I really don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And if you do, please educate me. And then the second issue they brought up was, I think he was one of the writers for GameIndustry.biz, the host of the panel, when he said this, because I hear this a lot as a reason, not even streaming, but subscription services won't work. Here's what he said.
We watch lots of TV shows, right? So subscribing to a variety of TV shows makes sense. I'm not talking about anybody here, but most gamers on average play, 1 or 2 new games a year? So the idea of subscribing to a service for that.
So as I've said before, the business model and the delivery system affects the definition of what the art form is. Like movies are 2 hours, give or take, because that's how long they need to be for exhibitors to make their money back, show enough shows a day. Songs are 3 minutes, at least they were on the radio when that ruled the roost, because they needed to play so many and then get to a commercial. Video games for the longest time have been, more bloated than they need to be because they had to justify a price point of $50, $60, $70, $80. Those things change as new business models and new delivery exhibition models or experiential models come into play. So he's absolutely right when he says this.
We watch lots of TV shows, right? So subscribing to a variety of TV shows makes sense. But most gamers on average play, 1 or 2 new games a year?
But he's applying it to games today. And what I would argue is, just like if you look at Netflix runtime, TV shows used to be locked. If you were a sitcom, you were 23 minutes long. And the 7 minutes, I mean, you didn't have an inch to breathe. You had 23 minutes and X seconds. I forget what it was exactly. And the remainder was sold for commercials. If you were a 60-minute, hour-long drama, I think it was like 44, 42 minutes or whatever, right? If you look at Netflix runtimes that they started, and now all the shows, every episode of The Mandalorian is a different runtime. Every episode of The Boys is a different runtime because it allows the narrative or the storytelling to rule the roost and say, this is how long we need to say what we need to say in this episode. The assumption that as the delivery system changes and the business model changes, streaming and subscription services, that is not going to force the art to change. And I think for the better, at least as it relates to bloated single player games. Who the fuck wants bloated single player games? Only the people who spent $70 and want to squeeze every bit of entertainment out of that fucking sponge. Those days are going away. Whether streaming works or not, subscription works, it'll change it. So I think he's right, assuming the art form's not going to change, but this would be a very weird outlier of business model and exhibition distribution model, both changing roughly around the same time, and the art form staying stagnant. Like, I can't think of when that's happened before, when just one of those things has changed. So I don't agree with him there either. I don't know, fellas. A lot of people disagree with me. I'm the outlier when it comes to this opinion, but I think I've made my case well. What am I missing? Let me know. Thanks.